Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. After almost 10 years, somewhere around 3,000 videos, I have 15 million views. So first of all, what I need to say is thank you. I could never get there to 15 million views if it wasn't for my loyal watchers, subscribers, folks who take the time to comment, interact with the channel, my community out there. So thank you to everyone, particularly those who have subscribed, those who regularly come by and watch my videos, even those who watch only one video. I also want to offer a very special thanks to people who've been with me since the beginning. There are several of you. I remember when I would put up a video and I was thrilled when I crossed 50 views, when 50 people watched it. So many of you are going to watch this video and think, wow, how much money did you make? Well, if I got $1 for each view, I got $15 million. I wish. If I got 10 cents per view, I would have $1.5 million. I wish. If I got a penny per view, right? A penny per view, I would have $150,000. Once again, I wish. How much do you make per view? So, we're almost done with the math, guys. If you made a half a penny per view, you would have $75,000. I wish. If I do the math on the amount of money I made from YouTube from the beginning until now, and I divide it by the views, you make about 0.4 cents, a little less than a half a penny per view. Figure 0.4 cents. And that varies. If somebody shoots a short video, less than 8 minutes, I believe it is, they only tend to put one advertisement on that. So that video would make less money than one that is perhaps an hour long, and that people watch most of that hour. They'll see more advertisements. So on the longer videos, you would get more advertising revenue, as an example. Nowadays, my typical videos, if they all run somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes long, give or take a little bit, depending on the video, and typically people watch 8 to 12 minutes of my videos on the average. So that gives you an idea, I think. And even if I watch my own video as a non-subscriber, I go on anonymous, they change commercials, right? Like if I watch my own videos or anybody's videos, my commercials will be different than yours. And even if I'm anonymous, unless it's a brand new computer and I'm doing it at a remote area where they can't see my address, Google's pretty good at figuring out who you are and tailoring videos to you. So once again, the commercials I see are not the commercials you all see, and I'm not sure if they tweak the amount of commercials depending on if I'm reviewing my own video or not. But figure 0.4 cents per video. And guys, don't worry. As you look around, you realize I spent every cent I made and much more on all this stuff to make the videos. So, it's taken me about 10 years to get here. Back then, there was something known, and I guess it still exists, the YouTube Garage Gang. I started watching their stuff, commenting on their stuff, and started making videos. So it kind of gave me a way in. There was kind of a social circle, and the people from the Garage Gang would watch my videos. And once again, back then, I would be thrilled to get 50 views. What was easier is YouTube had a tendency to monetize, um, and if they would monetize you automatically. Then if you request it, they would send you that money. So for a lot of folks, they generated a balance on YouTube, but never asked them for the money. You had to provide them with a way of paying you. And for some folks, they didn't want those details out, so they never provided them the information and never got monetized. But for everyone back then, assuming they weren't blocking you for something, everybody was monetized, and when you gave them the details, you got paid. Obviously, now it's much harder. You need to provide details after you reach a certain threshold. You have to publish a certain number of videos. Then you provide them the details. You also need a certain number of subscribers, I think, and so forth. They also review the videos more. It was the Wild West back 10 years ago. Now you got to be very careful with what you say and so forth. So let's say you join YouTube, you got yourself a camera, you want to start making videos, and how are you going to get to the point where you're actually making some money out of YouTube? Videos that get rolling fastest, you'll make the most money on, either involve pop culture, and once again, be careful that it's not something that would upset the world, because then you won't get monetized. But if one's involved with pop culture, that'll get you a lot of views. Also, how-to videos. Let's say you buy the latest iPhone and you figure out some way of hacking to doing something cool or something necessary, or you overcome a deficiency in an Android or an iPhone or whatever. If you buy a new popular piece of gear and you're out front in how to use it the most efficiently, and you're able to teach those hacks to people, I think very, very quickly you'll find your channel well viewed, well liked, and you'll get a lot of traffic there. I mean, obviously, when you make a video, make sure it's clear, make sure you modulate your voice, make it interesting, don't wander and just chat about your cat when you're trying to make a video on how to fix your phone. You know, just make it informative, direct, and so forth. And in the beginning, you might even have to make the same video a few times until you pick the best one and put it up. There are people out there who literally watch millions of puppy and kitten videos. So if you want to come up with a load of those that are cleverly done, especially if perhaps you work at a shelter and you have regular access to puppies and kittens, so you can make a lot of videos about them, everything from the sad story of how they ended up at the shelter to them getting to the point where they could be adopted, and even them going off to a new home. You could follow up from that with, you know, a few months later and do a whatever became of, you know, Tuxedo the cat, and people would eat that up. I'm sure the videos would do very well. The videos I make are the ones I like to make. I am not doing this to pay the bills in the house, right? If I had to do this for a living, I guess things would be different, because I couldn't afford to go out and find all-terrain vehicles, fix them up, and then just kind of park them and add them to the horde, right? I'd actually have to be working really hard at getting the right price on an all-terrain vehicle, fixing it up in a very cost-effective manner, and selling it off, and using that money to help support the exchange of all-terrain vehicles, and also to help support the house. People who do that and make videos on that kind of stuff, they do pretty well. The only thing I want to warn you, the IRS and sales tax people know how to watch videos also. And if you buy and sell, it could be $50,000 worth of all-terrain vehicles, right? If you live someplace like New York State, as I do, they're going to be expecting to collect some coin on you. 8% sales tax on 50,000 would be like $4,000. So if you say, "Oh yeah, I bought that Warrior over there for 500 and I sold it for 1,500, right? New York State is going to be expecting to see sales tax, and depending on how you do the business, on at least 1,000, if not 1,500, right? If you keep all your receipts on the sale, on the purchase, and the sale, you can knock off the purchase price on that. Theoretically, the person who sold it to you is supposed to pay sales tax on the sale, right? And if you can knock off the price of whatever parts and so forth you put into it. But that's just an example. So do be careful about the business practice of YouTube. Remember, whatever you put up, everybody could see. And also the personal practice. Be real careful. If you're running a business off of YouTube, and let's pretend it has to do with gold, right? And you get on there and you say, "Wow, I found $50 million worth of gold in my backyard, and here's my address and phone number." I'm pretty sure that there's some person on YouTube that will find your videos, listen to your address, perhaps live close by, and perhaps watch your house until they can share in that gold with you. So, how to become rich with YouTube. Get a camera, make some videos, join an organization on YouTube, find a following of people who make similar videos, comment, get to know them a little bit. Hopefully they start recommending your videos. You'll begin to build an audience. Make good videos, not too long, especially in the beginning, not too long. Look at your videos with a critical eye, redo them. Watch your camera work, no jittery stuff. Make sure they can hear you, no wind noise in the back, and so forth. If you have a camera on a vehicle, GoPro, whatever, make sure it's not being jarred all about. A jarring video with the camera's fluttering all over the place, there's nothing that will have people turn it off quicker. Be careful about what you talk about on your videos. If your videos upset folks and there are complaints, it will not take YouTube long to demonetize your videos or restrict the audience and everything else. So be careful, keep everything very family friendly, and your videos will eventually work their way up to a really nice following, and hopefully you could start making some money. So where I started this video is where I'm going to finish this video. Once again, I really want to thank everybody who has watched my videos. Whether you've watched one or you've watched the 3,000 plus videos, I really appreciate that. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed back from the day 10 years ago, or have just subscribed recently or have subscribed for this video. Occasionally somebody jumps on and kind of comes up with, I'm going to use the word handle from CB days, that's similar to mine. Like somebody just put one, what was it, text me at Harvey Spooner. If I'm creating another channel or asking communications or any of that kind of stuff, right? It won't be text me at Harvey Spooner. So do be careful with that. I I'm not sure I can send private messages unsolicited. I try to communicate everything through the channel. That way, it's on the up and up. It's just neater and cleaner and safer for me and you guys that way. So do be careful if you see strange stuff. Also, let me know if you see anything strange going on with the Harvey Spooner Courting Mayhem handle once again. That way I can report it to YouTube and it could be deleted. Normally it shows up in a day or two. They do enough silly things where YouTube will put the kibosh on them. So normally if you see something and it was created very recently, unless I said I was creating it, and I don't create anything more than my channel and the Hoarding Mayhem address on Google, Gmail. Other than those things, everything else would be a creation of somebody else. So if you see Hoarding Mayhem 123 out there or something else, don't. I do not ask for money on YouTube. I've been very careful about that because once again, there are a lot of scams and spams and all that other kind of stuff. So if you get a note from Harvey Spooner asking for coin or asking for something, it's not me. I don't do that. Okay, I need everyone to keep their feet down, heads up, get out and enjoy each and every day. Make sure you enjoy them all because you don't know how many you're going to get. And once again, I got to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who's made my channel what it is. I might have made videos, but you guys made my channel. Thanks. Bye now.